And since we read the book, our arguments went from like a 8 down to a...
almost nothing.
Yeah, we...
Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm again joined by my husband Winslow, and we're going to be talking about the 5 love languages. Who's the author of the book?
Gary Chapman.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not a reader, so I don't read books, so I don't know authors. All I know is the title of the book is The 5 Love Languages, and it's a really awesome book. But yeah, we're gonna get into that. Please consider subscribing and join the family as we journey on to a happy life. This video is also a mukbang. Well, we're only gonna be having cake today. We have cheesecake and chocolate cake, so yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get into it. So do you want to start? Oh, you did your homework.
So the 5 love languages I got to know through my mother. That was about 5, 6, maybe even 8 years ago in Windhoek. And she bought the book for her back then. I just happened to see the book and I found it interesting. I think I just read it maybe in the beginning a little bit, but I never really continued reading it. Yeah, time passed by and recently my wife told me about the 5 love languages that she wants to read it.
Yeah, I watched a YouTube video. I happened to come across a YouTube video. Yeah, I came and told him about it.
And then I said, oh yeah, I know that book. I kind of read maybe like half a chapter or less than half a chapter. Yeah, it's a nice book. So we decided to download the audio book and listen to it together at home.
Because you guys, I'm not a reader. There's no way that you're gonna get me to sit down with a physical book and read. No way. So an audio book I can listen to. I can listen to while driving, while doing the dishes, whenever. So I said, nope, let's get the audio book and listen to it like that.
Yeah.
So what are the 5
love languages? Are 5 personality traits that every person has. It's words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, physical touch,
and gifts.
Gifts.
So the introduction, he goes through explaining that all of us are born with a need to feel love. Even children, they are born with a need to feel love. So even as adults, we have the need to feel love, and every single person feels and expresses love in a different way. It's like, basically he explains it as a language. So we grow up talking our mother language. We can learn other languages, a second language or a third language, but we will always communicate best in our own language, mother tongue, and we will always feel more comfortable communicating in our mother tongue that we grew up in.
I am words of affirmation, which means I'm a person who likes to be motivated. I like it when good, positive conversation or compliments come to me. I like it when I'm motivated. I like it when I'm told I love you, I need you. My personality is affirmations.
You guys, if you hear background noises, know that Willow is around here. She's playing.
That's my love language. You can't have two. You can't have a primary and a secondary. My primary is words of affirmation.
Before we read the book together, he already knew what his love language was.
Yeah.
He already knew that he liked words of affirmation.
Yeah.
I didn't know what my love language was. I didn't even know that love languages existed. But anyway, he basically briefly explained what words of affirmation is. It's when you like to be told that you're beautiful, you like to be complimented, you like to be uplifted, you like to be motivated, and things like that. And when somebody compliments you, you feel so much love coming from them. So, and also, people have a certain way of expressing love as well. So most likely, if you are a affirmations type of person and your love language is affirmations, the chances are that you're going to love other people through affirmation. So you're going to be a motivator. You're going to give love through affirmations. You're gonna compliment people. You're gonna motivate people.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, and he really motivates me a lot, and he really encourages me a lot, and he really gives me a lot of compliments all the time. But because affirmations is not necessarily my love language, I might not feel love coming from his side because he's giving me love language in the form of affirmations. But my love language is actually acts of service.
Yeah.
So if somebody's doing something for me, okay guys, I am so sweet from eating all of that cake now. We have got our coffees. But as I was saying, because my love language is acts of service, I might not necessarily feel loved when he gives me love in the form of words of affirmations. But
that's where the confusion comes, because if you're a person of acts of service and someone of acts of service gives me love who's a words of affirmation person, I won't feel like that person's giving me love because I need words of affirmations to feel love, but she needs acts of service that makes her think that she's giving love. And why is this person not appreciating my love? And that's where the confusion comes with so many relationships. Even it doesn't even have to be married relationships, or it doesn't have to be just couples. It can be friendships also.
Yeah,
it's just a way of understanding. Everybody has a
different
personality trait. Yeah.
So it is important when you are married or with any relationship that you understand each other's love language. So you need to ask yourself the question, I feel most loved when ... If somebody gives me gifts, if somebody does something for me, if somebody touches me, if somebody gives me a compliment, and what's the other one? Oh, if somebody spends quality time with me. So like he also said, there's a primary love language and a secondary love language. So primary is act of service, and my secondary love language is quality time.
Yeah, mine is, my primary is words of affirmation, and my secondary is gifts.
Yeah.
My secondary is gifts. I love receiving gifts.
So here's where the confusion comes in, right? I would be cleaning the house, make sure that the house is clean. I would be making coffee for him. I would be going the extra mile to do things for him. But I don't see him reciprocating. I don't see him going the extra. Yeah, I don't see him going the extra mile for me. I don't see him doing things for me. I don't see him making coffee for me. So then I'm like,
on the other hand, I'm thinking this girl's not showing me any love because
he's motivating me.
I'm getting no words of affirmation.
Yeah.
And that's where the confusion comes. That's why so many people don't connect. There's arguments. There's a misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the other person's love language. If you understand it, then you know what to give them, and you'll understand why they give you what they're giving you.
Yeah. So until we read the 5 love languages, and I understood what my love languages are, and I understood what his love languages are, we understood each other better, because I know now that if I give him compliments and motivate him, that's how he feels loved. And he knows now that if he does something for me, that's how I feel loved.
That changed a lot for me, actually. I did not understand why are we fighting so much. We used to fight a lot. Now, I didn't get it until we read the love languages. It just opened up. Now I know what she needs, and that is acts of services.
Yeah. And
since we read the book, our arguments went from like an 8 down to a
almost nothing.
Yeah,
we argue about little things.
Yeah, we have disagreements. We will argue, but literally 10 minutes afterwards, it's like we didn't even know. We're back to normal. And that's also because of the second book we read. That was a nice one.
The law.
No. The 4 agreements. It's a short book, so it was a quick audio book for us to read. And the 4 agreements for me was a real opener, and that was a nice book. I urge anybody out there to go give it a try. The 4 agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. the author of the 4 agreements. And it's basically just 4 agreements to live your life. And that is be impeccable with your words. Don't take things personally. For me, that was one that I really stuck with. And that's why I ended up not arguing with her so much, because I used to take every little thing so personally, and I would hammer on it. I wouldn't stop. I would argue about it. And then I read that book and it just opened up. So I don't take things personally. If someone makes me angry, I will shift immediately. I'll shift over. I'll feel the anger, think it through a little bit. If I can't solve it, then I just move on. Don't make assumptions. That's the 3rd agreement. Always do your best. Yeah, that also kind of helped us more after the 5 love languages. But anyway, we're here to talk about the 5 love languages. I just thought I'd just give me an understanding of her. It gave me an understanding of everybody around me, whether it's a male or female. Because I know everybody, once you read the 5 love languages, you're gonna now look at a person and you're gonna say, oh, that's their love language. That's their personality trait. Sometimes just forget about the word the love language. People think, okay, it's just a book about love and for couples. Not really. The 5 love languages is just also the 5 personality traits that we all have as humans. So like my sister or my mother or my brother, I can understand them better now, because I'm like, hey, okay, that's her love language. That's his love language. And then I don't take things personally when they do something I don't like, because they might have a different personality trait. It's not that they're doing it deliberately, so I'm gonna take it personally.
Yeah.
So that also helped me a lot in all my other relationships around me.
Yeah.
Even like with her dad, with her mother, especially with her dad, our relationship improved a lot.
Yeah.
Because I managed to understand him coming from his, and I could see now what his personality trait was, his love language.
So we understood each other better now. We know what each other's love languages are. So that meant a lot of massages for me from him, a lot of making up the bed in the morning, a lot of helping out around the house, doing the dishes for me and things like that. Those are the types of things that I like, and that makes me feel loved. And from my side, it meant a lot of compliments, a lot of motivation, encouragement, and things like that. Words of affirmation. Yeah, it's very important that you guys read the book if you haven't read it already.
I would say if there's people out there who have relationship problems, marital problems, give it a try.
Definitely.
Give it a try. You'll be surprised.
Yeah. Before you get married, make sure that you know and understand each other's love languages before you get married as well. And even while you are dating, make sure that you understand each other's love languages.
I think once you have read the book, you will
know.
You will look at every person you meet with that
even your children.
Even your kids. You can learn to understand your kids because they have one of those love languages, one of those personality traits.
I know my son's personality trait or love language is quality time. Yeah. So I need to make more time to spend quality time with him. He loves it when I go to the farm with him. He loves it when, we do fun stuff together. So yeah, it's even your children, your relationship with your children.
Yeah. So the 3rd love language is receiving gifts. That's a personality trait for somebody who loves receiving gifts. And that doesn't mean they only just love receiving gifts. They love giving gifts also. Because I'm a words of affirmation person. I love giving words of affirmation and I love receiving it. So if you have the 3rd love language of receiving gifts, you love receiving gifts and you love giving gifts.
And it doesn't have to be expensive gifts. It can be something that you made yourself. It could be a card that you wrote somebody, a letter that you wrote somebody, a flower that you picked in the garden, a stone that you found on a beach or shell. It could be anything. That person will find value in it because it's a gift that you gave them. And obviously you can also give the gift of time, spending personal time. The last love language, which we haven't spoke about yet, is personal touch. Some people like holding hands. They like
huggers.
They like to be cuddled.
If you know a hugger, you know they have the love language.
Yeah.
That's their
They
personality.
just want to give you, every time they see you, they just want to hug you, they just
Yeah.
want to cuddle you, they just like this all the time. Those people are giving love through personal touch, and they also like to receive love through personal touch. So just give a hugger a hug. That's how they want to receive love, and that's how they give love. So guys, that is our thoughts and feelings about the 5 love languages. Just a summary again: words of affirmation, quality time, personal touch, gifts, and acts of service. I hope you guys will give this a read or a listen. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for coming on again, and I hope to see you guys again in the next one. Bye.